Ooh, dude's back again, shouting out Open Mind of Folk. So Claude and I were just talking. We might have, like, we're actually really sure that we did this song. It could be in a big live reaction video,
Yeah,
like 30-40 minute plus
live
video. So we did a few like that were probably ones we should have just did in individual recorded, but it's cool. We'll get back to it.
I'm sure it'll be just like
revisit
the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, heard it that one time.
we did this stress, organized confusion, and then you're like, remember? I'm like, yeah, I remember part of it. You're like, oh yeah, well, sing it or whatever. Stress, destroy, and then but when we compared the songs again, it's like, oh yeah,
That's why
that one belongs in the playlist.
They're two different songs.
Totally different, but it's
they're both really good.
Yeah, but the way that original one hits, though, I'm like, that shit belongs. That one definitely belongs in old school hip hop playlist. And I think it must have been years later when they did the remix. So, Billboard. You guys want this?
A bunch of artists in this one. Mandy Panda, Miyagi, Tamanio, 104, some other person that's written in Russian.
Here we go.
Billboard.
Hajime. This video's cool as shit. They just take like a segment and they kind of loop it back and forth, reverse it or whatever, and then they move on to another like 2 or 3 second segment and loop that for a little bit.
It's pretty cool.
Never really seen that done for just a. It's not even a lyric video. It's just a single they dropped and threw some basic background on it. And there you go.
Он уже любовь на спорт. Улица 36, мой сорт. Мой поиск не вместит билборд. Пьяный разъебут твой бит. Ты не выкупишь аккорд. Агрессивный маркетинг. Братский бич. Саппорт, слышишь, звучит бодро. Но звучит бодро. Мое имя звучит бодро. Звучит штора.
Trying to figure it out.
I think that was a
I think the other guy, it might have been us, or it might have been 104. The other guy, this name isn't just Russian. Yeah.
Or maybe Andy Penn was first. This is Tournament.
Isn't it cool? Like, it's kind of fun sometimes, just trying to like figure out.
Yeah.
Because even Miyagi, I'm sure there's been some times where we missed shit that he's done, because we're so used to hearing the baritone and then the switch up. But he probably did some other shit.
I mean, even
totally
like
passed us by. You know what I mean? Because there's so
listening to just a Miyagi song, you're like, wow, who's this guy?
These dudes are so clever.
Crazy.
They're so clever
like,
and creative.
It's just Miyagi.
So it'll throw you off sometimes if you never heard him do a certain style or something.
Я катаюсь на пассажирском. Открыл рот, это мульт. Поймали развел без юриста. Уебали место для родной. Уебали ни стресса, ни драмы. Экстрим как на Red Bull.
Claude's guessing Tamanio. we will find out from you guys.
Идёшь на сотню, отправлю. Я вижу счастье на билбордах. Я в охуях с этих киборгов. Ниже тлях, я на перемыке. На улыбке после половинки. Нет улик, если есть улики. Нет улик, если жечь лики. Люкс бизнес-план, бедра первый грамм. Мода, все серьезно, мусор выки. Мне не билборд, не галимый борт, зачем?
Huh?
That was Andy Panda.
Okay, just
This
came
is
in.
Tumanio. Tumanio just came in. The last one was Andy Panda.
Alright. I'm gonna go by what you say.
Cool.
Нам кусок, если можно забрать весь двор. Пока прет, как минимум этот сорт. Телепорта на пробу, но проблем брод по малеманту. Дредах сыпут мультимантру. Крутим всех на конце, как хула. Рядом со мной пару, пока Хонтес, я открыл их Америку. Не нужен перегур нам. Братик зарядил миниган, и я поддал. Полезал прямо с албам. Нам до лампы затрат. Ты где-то там обитал, пацаны, я морда. Не для билборда. То, что нужно, берем свобода. Не говоря пардон, я черный как арбон. На режиме хардкор замутили комбас, сука. Сука.
I mean, it could be the order and how they have their names too. That's how they're on the record. You know what I mean?
No, they wouldn't do that, man.
Andy, and then Russian
It makes
name.
sense. I mean, why would you put them out of
104,
order
Miyagi,
on
yeah.
the video background? You know what I mean?
You got to get Miyagi anchoring, man. He's got to go last and shit.
Too easy.
Remember when we did the?
These other ones are.
Remember we did? No, this shit's fucking ill.
Yeah, it's hitting hard. I remember this.
Remember when we did the
definitely
'90s,
reacted to
the
this.
'97 Big Pun Cannabis Freestyle, where they're all sitting in the bar or whatever, like a restaurant or something, and Cannabis wanted to anchor, like be the last guy to go, and you got to follow DMX and Mos Def and had Mike Geronimo, like all these well-known New York rappers. And after Big Pun went, Cannabis is like, damn, I wanted to anchor bad, didn't I? Because now he's like worried that his bars ain't gonna hold up. But you know Miyagi's gonna come in and just slay this shit. You gotta expect it, you know. Huh? Here he comes. Oh shit! It's the man.
It's like switch this shit up.
Test, test, test.
Вы на бутафоре, люди дилетанты, ребята на миноре. Вам пропаганда, сам тараторил, это пант или пау-пау. Хаджиме вторит, это дикая самба. Будто были бури, пендали там вам, дабы не ревели дико по пустякам. Он не пробитый патефон, but the Batman. Это мой тачдаун, это мой тачдаун. Мотиво, мотиво, мотиво.
He's got that fucking, like, his trademark shit is that like chorus shit that
Darth Vader style.
that chorus shit that he came in with though before he went low with it. Like,
I think that was Andy Panda.
no, that was Miyagi. That's because they both do it, but the way that this is like this bounce to the way he flows and shit. And then we were reading his lyrics and shit, and it's like none of it, like we said in other reactions, like it don't rhyme really. It's like this spoken word type it's like a lost style of poetry or some shit.
Well, I mean,
in a way, or just this very unique style of poetry.
The way we
But the
say
way
and write our words, English, it's very easy to rhyme.
yeah,
But
their
the
shit.
way they write their words and say their words with lots of consonants, it's hard to
Yeah.
rhyme.
And I think
They're rhyming the concept of what they're saying, but it also sounds cool to hear it.
And maybe it getting translated to English, maybe it loses some of its, you know what I mean, some of its potency or whatnot. But when we hear even,
but I mean, it's going to be translated in the way we talk too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true. It's true.
It's going to sound.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not going to get the same effect as actually knowing their language. But still, fire. Just the vibrations of their music is fucking incredible. So.
But I mean, even not knowing their language is
That's what-
another aspect of the music
That's
to
what
me,
we're saying.
and
Like,
just
it's incredible. Like,
it's no different than playing guitar, really. Like, you hear somebody playing guitar and you're like, oh my god, like, wow. But then, like,
yeah, it's
knowing, you know,
badass shit.
that they're in, you know, A minor, G flat, you know,
Right.
whatever, like, would take some of the mysticism out of it and be like, oh yeah, well, that's,
Right.
he gimmicked that, and he did this there, and ha ha ha.
Yeah. It's cool, man. These guys are like the, you know, kings of Russian hip hop, really. Like, you guys haven't really requested any other. I mean, there's been other.
I was thinking that.
There's
like,
been
well,
other
I mean,
artists as far as rock and metal, right? Russian and Ukrainian
Yeah.
and shit, but it
We
not no
haven't
fucking
heard-
hip hop, not as big as these guys. These guys like are the kings of that.
But I mean,
in their
when,
home country,
when somebody
like-
comes out that's good, Hajime will pick them up.
It's true too. They keep adding to the
Yeah.
roster, man.
Like, no, you're with us, or
They got quite the roster of artists. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible. And they're always putting out music, like whoever the artist is. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, most of the time you see Miyagi and Andy featured on their shit, so it's cool as fuck. They stay busy, and you know, yeah,
And it's not like
it's incredible. Like, I mean, to get on that level in your home country like that, this isn't a, you know, they're not from the U.S.
they're Caucasus or something. Like,
They're running hip hop there, man. Really, yeah.
somebody commented like they're not Russian, they're from the Caucasus, or like something like that. I didn't really understand it,
Fill us in, or
Yeah.
was learning, yeah.
what they mean by that.
Yeah, man. Good shit. I mean, and, you know, they really haven't been doing their thing for like a super long time too, either. You know, like, fill us in on that. I mean, what, a decade? They've been well known or something. You know what I mean? Hasn't been like a super extended a period of time. Like, they're in. I'm sure they've been rapping since they were kids, but as far as like
Right.
making a career out of it, it's like, you know, because we did a song,
I mean, as when you're that good, you didn't
right?
have a job. You did that.
Their song, remember that song we did? It was one of Andy
Fully
Panda's.
banned
Yeah,
and made money on it.
one of Andy Panda's early songs. It was only like that he released, and it was only like 5 or 6 years ago or some shit. So yeah, it's cool as shit. Fill us in, hit us up in the comments, give us more details, and yeah, it's pretty interesting, like learning just the history of an artist and shit. You know what I mean? Their rise to what they became, or you know, what they continue to do. We're out of here.